Every year, I track the potential nominees for the Hugo, Lodestar, and Bram Stoker Awards on speculative fiction picks. LACon V, the 84th Annual World Science Fiction Convention, will be held August 27th through the 31st in Anaheim, California. That gives us 7 months to read some of the novels that might be nominated to win the Hugo. The Hugo is awarded by fans to the best speculative fiction of the year. That's fantasy, horror, science fiction. It's considered the most prestigious speculative fiction award. I've spent the last week burying myself in my Hugo Watch spreadsheets. They're officially live, and you can link to them in the show notes, by the way. If you're looking to get ahead of the hype, here are 8 books I'm betting on right now. Death of the Author by Nnedi Okorafor is personal for me. A handicapped writing professor, Zelu, is unceremoniously fired from her university job in the middle of her sister's lavish Caribbean wedding. To add insult to injury, her novel is rejected by yet another publisher. With her career and dreams crushed, she decides to write something just for herself. What comes out is nothing like her usual quiet literary novels. Instead, she pens a far future epic where androids and AI wage war in a grown-over ruins of human civilization. Zelu's novel will change the future not only for humanity, but for the robots who come next. Death of the Author is a national bestseller that ranked 4th in the science fiction category of the Goodreads Choice Award. Sure, it never even made it to Listopia's Hugo list, but I am a handicapped medically retired professional and unpublished sci-fi writer. So how could I ignore this book? It's quite literally the story of my life. And besides, the author is from Arizona, so go Arizona. But to tell you the truth, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab is the clear giant in this arena. It won the fantasy category for Goodreads Choice Awards and ranked 13th in the Listopia Hugo list. The New York Times, USA Today, and Indie Next have all named this book a national bestseller. 3 women from different times seek to change their lives. Maria wants to stop being a plaything for men. Charlotte wants freedom from her cloistered life, forced on her by her wealthy family. And Alice wants answers about a one-night stand and revenge. I've always admired Schwab's world building, but a feminist manifesto wrapped in a folk horror? I'm in. A Resistance of Witches by Morgan Ryan was an instant bestseller and ranked 14th on the Goodreads Choice Awards for Fantasy. Witches join Britain in the fight against Hitler. Lydia's task is to track down magical relics before the witches of the Third Reich can. When a Nazi witch infiltrates the academy, the coven is left shaken, exposed, and divided. Elder witches have no interest in further loss of coven life in service of a government that has forced them into hiding for decades. But with the discovery of an ancient book that leaves a trail of death and destruction wherever it goes, Lydia knows her mission has never been more urgent. Lydia soon discovers finding the book is only half the battle. The book has a dark agenda of its own. This high-stakes historical with empowered witches, defeating authoritarian fascists? Yes, please. Give me some of that. As someone who's currently trying to sell a climate fiction, I'm a sucker for fiction that functions as social criticisms. I want fiction that makes people think about the world they live in, and apparently I'm not alone. The Compound by Aisling Rowell follows Lily, one of 20 contestants in a popular reality TV show. While the outside world is falling apart, Lily must stay at the compound the longest to win. But the unseen producers raise the stakes, forcing the contestants into upsetting, even dangerous situations until the line between playing a game and surviving it begins to blur. The Compound is the winner of the Goodreads Choice Award for Science Fiction. Amazon editors picked it as Best in Literature and Fiction. It was chosen as a Best Book of the Year by NPR, The New Yorker, Good Housekeeping, Oprah Daily, The Globe, and The Mail. Fellow social commentary junkies, watch this one. It's a dystopian look at the structures we build around ourselves. It's smart, it's relevant, and it's exactly the kind of grounded sci-fi I love. Apprentice wanted for treason, light, magical property damage, alleged, and one incident involving a weaponized scone, accurate, frequently seen with a grumpy frog, crowned and judgmental, and answers to Evie or Stop That! A hilarious cozy that plays with the evil villain tropes in a way that's just pure fun. Accomplice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer ranks 26 in the dystopian Hugo lineup and took the 7th place slot in the Goodreads Choice Award Romantasy category. The Hugos can get a bit heavy, so I'll be watching this one for the comic relief. Returning home from a conference, Sarah finds agents from the Risk Assessment Administration waiting for her in LAX. They inform her that the RAA's logarithm has determined from her dreams that she is at imminent risk of harming the person she loves the most, her husband. For his safety, she must be kept under observation for 21 days. The agents transfer Sarah to a retention center called the Dream Hotel, where she is held with other dreamers, all of them women, trying to prove their innocence from different crimes. With every deviation from the strict and ever-shifting rules of the facility, their stay is always extended. Months pass, and Sarah seems no closer to release. Then, one day, a new resident arrives, disrupting the order of the facility and leading Sarah on a collision course with the very companies that have deprived her of her freedom. If you loved Minority Report or the works of Philip K. Dick, this one's for you. It's a surveillance state mystery that right now feels way too close to home. My recent health scare with a brain tumor revealed to me I'm not really afraid of death, but I'm still terrified of losing myself to something like dementia. I'm afraid of continuing to live and breathe after I've forgotten who I am. So, Dissolution by Nicholas Binge hits a hot button issue for me. This offering achieved 19th place on the Goodreads Choice Awards for Science Fiction, and it's a New York Times Best Thriller of the Year. Maggie Webb has lived the last decade caring for her elderly husband Stanley, as memory loss gradually erases all the beautiful moments they created together. It's the loneliest she's ever felt in her life. When a mysterious stranger named Hassan appears at her door, he reveals a shocking truth. Stanley isn't losing his memories. Someone is actively removing them to hide a long-buried secret from coming to light. Under Hassan's guidance, Maggie breaks into her husband's mind, probing the depths of his memories in an effort to save him. The deeper she dives, the more she unravels a mystery. But not just memories are disappearing, pieces of reality itself are dissolving. A mystery where the evidence is literally disappearing as the character tries to find it. That gave me major Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind vibes. The pacing on this one is relentless, perfect for a weekend binge read. Last one. It's a beautiful, trippy exploration of memory and what we lose when we try to fix the past. These Memories Do Not Belong to Us by Yi-Ming Ma, placed 11th in the Goodreads Choice Awards science fiction category. In a far-off future ruled by the Qin Empire, every citizen is fitted with a mind bank, an intracranial device capable of recording and transmitting memories between minds. Anyone with the means can relive the life experiences of others. It also unleashes opportunities for manipulation. Memories can be edited, marketed, and even corrupted for personal gain. After the sudden passing of his mother, an unnamed narrator inherits a collection of banned memories from her mind bank so dangerous that even possessing them places his freedom in jeopardy. Traversing genres, empires, and millennia, these are tales of sumo wrestlers and social activists and armless swimmers and watchmakers struggling amid the backdrop of Qin's ascent toward global dominance. Determined to release his mother's memories to the world before they are destroyed forever, the narrator will risk everything, even if the cost is his own life. That's my starting 8. I've put a link to the full spreadsheet at Speculative Fiction Picks, spxfxpx.com. Subscribe and let me know in the comments which books are on your must-nominate list. Let's chat about it in the comments below.